Hi guys, Regimen here. If you're new to my channel, then welcome, and if you've been walking with me for a while, then what's up? So today's video is going to be something that a lot of people have been asking me. It is how to start a natural hair regimen. So I'm going to give you about 8 different tips of how to start a natural hair regimen. So if you're interested, then let's get started. So the first tip is as simple as listen to your hair. And what I mean by that is listen to how your hair is reacting. If you tried a new conditioner one day and your hair feels dry, brittle, itchy, whatever symptoms, you kind of have to listen to how your hair feels to then figure out a way to react to it. So I know a lot of people depend on YouTube to kind of look at what their favorite YouTubers using product wise. That's always not going to work for you because your hair, my hair, their hair is all different. So yes, people could have similar hair types and similar hair textures, but I could use Aussie Moist conditioner as my way of detangling my hair, and you could use it. And just because I use it doesn't mean it's going to work for you. So you have to listen to your hair with everything you're using. You have to listen to your hair when you're in a protective style. You have to think about, is your hair dry underneath your protective style? You have to be very aware of your hair. It's as simple as that. And this first tip is going to be carried out through all the other tips that I'm going to mention. So make sure through everything that you do, listen to your hair. So the second tip is to start with the basics, and what I mean by that is to simply start with a shampoo, a detangling conditioner, very cheap conditioner, a deep conditioner, a leave-in, and a moisturizer. Don't go overboard thinking that you have to buy a pre-poo or 5 different detanglers or 5 different deep conditioners. Just start with the basics. Maybe start off with the Shea Moisture line and just buy one of each of the things. It could get very overwhelming if you have way too many products at one time, especially if you're using Shea Moisture shampoo and then Aussie Moist conditioner and then Cream of Nature deep conditioner and then Camille Rose styler. Like, if you just dibble and dabble when you're first starting out and not knowing what's best for your hair, it can get very confusing and you won't be able to listen to your hair, which refers to my first tip. So make sure that you're just being consistent when you're just starting out and building your regimen, so you can find out what your hair likes and don't like. Maybe with starting off the basics, you then find out your hair does not like Shea Moisture at all, and then you move to the next. You get what I'm saying? So just make sure you start off very simple, have your basics that you need to just cleanse and deep condition your hair, and then keep it moving. Then you kind of can start building and adding towards your natural hair collection. My third tip is to find out what your hair porosity is. If you don't know what hair porosity is, I will leave in the description bar a great video explaining what it is and how it will benefit for you. It will also show you how to test your hair porosity as well. So finding out your hair porosity is very important in terms of finding out what products actually work for you, what temperature water to rinse your hair off with, whether to deep condition with heat if it's necessary or mandatory. So if you're familiar with my channel, then you would have heard me say that I'm a low porosity girl. And so that just simply means that it takes my hair longer to stay moisturized. And so that's usually my problem in terms of I have to make sure that I deep condition with heat every single time I deep condition. I also have to wash my hair and rinse my hair in only warm water. Cool water closes my cuticles and then makes my hair dry. So again, knowing your hair porosity is very important in how you actually treat your hair. You don't always have to deep condition with heat if your hair is high porosity, for example. It's an option. But if you're low porosity, it's not an option. It's in fact mandatory. So that's what I'm saying. Knowing your hair porosity is important. Again, check the description bar for great videos explaining what hair porosity is and how to check yours. My next tip is to deep condition at least once a month. Again, at least. I deep condition every week because I wash my hair every week. So make sure you're at least deep conditioning when you wash your hair, or at least when you shampoo your hair. I know a few naturals co-wash, and that's up to you if you want to co-wash and deep condition, but I definitely recommend you deep conditioning after you shampoo. And deep conditioning will definitely tell you whether or not you need a moisturizing conditioner or a protein conditioner. And the way you determine that is, again, if you listen to your hair. So my number one point is the most important point, because there are moisturizing deep conditioners and there's protein deep conditioners. And you have to listen to your hair to determine which one is best for you at that moment. Does that make sense? This is not a product-based video. I'm not telling you what I use, but you could simply refer to my other videos, my Holy Grail product videos, to kind of get a sense of what I use. My next tip, just like the deep conditioning once a month, is to shampoo at least once a month. Again, some naturals decide that they only need to shampoo once a month, and that's totally up to them because they have listened to their hair and they know their hair. My hair has to be shampooed at least once a week. If I could stretch it to 2 weeks, that's great, but that usually does not happen because I have dry scalp and dry hair because I have listened to my hair. So at least try to shampoo once a month, and if you shampoo, at least have a clarifying shampoo once a month and then a moisturizing shampoo whenever you decide to shampoo again during that month. But if you shampoo at least once a month, make sure it's a clarifying shampoo to get rid of all that gunk, all that gel from the wash and go, all that butters and oils and all that. Make sure you get rid of all that at least once a month. So my next tip is to figure out your wash day and keep it consistent. So my wash days tends to be on Sundays because that's my more laid back day. That's the day that I know that I could fully deep condition, sit underneath the dryer and just relax. So if you could figure out your wash day, that will be great in helping you determine what you can and cannot do. Now, if you feel like you can't find a consistent wash day, then just do what you can. If you could only co-wash on a Wednesday and then deep condition on a Saturday, do what you can. You don't always have to have a full length day. I know that's like a joke among naturals that like a wash day is literally a full day. It does not have to be. You don't have to sit there and do a pre-poo or hot oil treatment every single time you wash. Like, do what you can as long as your scalp is clean and you're deep conditioning. As long as you are having a clean scalp and a moisturized hair. That's all that really matters. My next tip is don't fall for overhyped products. So I know Shea Moisture is known for this, where they drop a new line every week. Don't get hyped over it. If you already have your products that are just holy grail and they are working for you, your hair's thriving, don't fall for the hype of a new main choice line unless you really want to. As for me, I am a content creator. I like to review new products, so I will tend to kind of like dibble and dabble and try new things here and there. Even though I have a set regimen and I have a set products that actually work for me. Again, check out my Holy Grail video if you want to know my Holy Grail products. But as you saw, I have reviewed the Main Choice collection out of simple curiosity. There was nothing that I actually needed to change out of my hair products, but I just wanted to see if there was anything better. But again, don't get overhyped. Don't get too excited over new things. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Unless you're looking for a new deep conditioner and Shea Moisture drops a new conditioner, then go ahead and try it. But as naturals, we do not need to be product junkies for real. And my last tip is to get familiar with ingredients. And I know that a lot of naturals don't really care about ingredients. I was one of those people that did not like reading ingredients. I didn't care what was in it as long as it worked for me. However, I kind of recently came across this whole issue with Eco Styler Gel. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up above. But it had an ingredient that I didn't think was supposed to be in there, and it kind of was starting to damage my hair. I now have to pay attention to what gels also has this ingredient, and therefore I switched my gels. I also had to start reading the back of ingredients for coconut oil. My hair does not like coconut oil, so I had to make sure that I looked at the ingredients to make sure that there was no coconut oil in the beginning 5 ingredients of the product. There'll be a lot of trial and error and try to figure it out what your hair likes and dislikes. But again, if you listen to your hair, you will learn to train your hair, and you will also learn to train yourself on how to listen to your hair and what really works for your hair. So I definitely think that it's important to pay attention to ingredients. I know a lot of brands have long ingredient names. Simply Google them and educate yourself. I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, leave them down below or email me. I know a few of you guys rather email me because it's more private. Again, I don't mind that. And make sure you look in the description bar for other helpful tips. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.